Shouts out to VOLTA MASTERS and all the groovy cats in Japan tuning into this broadcast right now. This is PreciseHero, checking in, transmitting love and good vibrations. Peace.
There's a song as old as ages, no one knows who wrote or phrased it. But once the winters come to close the rings, they often sang it. As long as the day went, the forest rang in chorus. Then pass it on to cicadas in the summer. Around that just revolves, the call and the response. Hung by pencil crickets that could dig it in the fall. I heard it in the grass, provoking me to ask her mother if we humans could also sing along. She replied, yes, don't worry about a thing. Just listen to the words to our little chant for spring. So glad to have you back, bringing life as well as wonder. The sights, the sounds, the smells, the colors. So glad to have you back, bringing life as well as wonder. The sights, the sounds, the smells, the colors. So glad to have you back, bringing life as well as wonder. The sights, the sounds, the smells, the colors. So glad to have you back, bringing life as well as wonder. The sights, the sounds, the smells, the colors. So glad to have you back, bringing life as well as wonder. The sights, the sounds, the smells, the colors.
The inspiration for Canon mostly came from me taking a break from working on music and reverting back to my childhood interest in writing. So I took the approach of crafting short stories, characters, scenes, and just collaging words together to conjure different imagery. Things like moods or Ray Bradbury novels or films or the changing seasons. These were things that were in the forefront of my mind when I was putting all the songs together. And as for the sound, I didn't really want to have a glossy production because I'm not really into that sound. So my alternative and lo-fi leanings played a bigger role when I was putting everything together. But I wanted certain grooves to it, so jazz played a part, Brazilian music, Latin music, funk, lounge, things like that. Those were the building blocks to the sound I was looking for. But I also wanted it to be more of a cosmic thing, a headphone record, something that would immerse the listener. They could just get enveloped in the sound. So I just took all of these different moods and influences and things like that and put them all together, and Canon came out an amalgamation of all of that.
Said I barely recognize you, you seem completely different. Well, that's the way it goes, you know, once you get some distance. Agreed, I feel you. Things we used to hold familiar, friendship tender in June turns to strangers in December. Who? I still remember you. I knew replying back were true. The me you see has always been a someone out the blue. Continue small talk, the way you been and how's your health. When all I did was branch out on a limb and grow into myself. Reflections ghosting after image, shadows leaving trails. Sorry dear, it's more than clear, you're missing someone else. That former shell has faded. If you got some time to kill, forget the frame you reference and let's get reacquainted.
Future sins can be anthologized and collected like a lifetime's riches and burned at the stake like a coven of witches.
I can't really pinpoint just one thing that was the most awesome thing about my visit to Japan. It was just the total package. The sights, the sounds, the food, the people, riding the Shinkansen, wandering around photographing everything I possibly could, visiting Denden Town and Kiyomizu-dera, eating kakigori and okonomiyaki. I mean, all of it was just great. And Japan still has game centers and arcades, which is pretty dope to me, because in America we don't have those at all, really. So it was nice to see something like that again. And all of the artists I met or got to see perform, everybody just was great. And how about everybody that I met? It felt like when I was younger and I would take trips and any kid I ran into during that trip would instantly become my best friend. It was almost like a whole country of best friends. Well, at least everybody I ran into. Everybody was really nice and polite and knew that I didn't speak Japanese very well, so everybody was extra nice to me. But it was really cool, and I would love to return as soon as I can. So anytime I get a chance to perform or tour or just come hang out, I'm all over it. Like, Japan was awesome.
Another champ spring, hey, let those willows be brook, babbles to the creek up on the widow's peak. They know the Sun King's reach, they know the Sun King's heat. Sun King never sleeps.
Lazy old fool, unruly sun, why dost thou thus through windows and through curtains call on us? Must to thy motions lovers' seasons run? Saucy pedantic wretch.
Yeah, east and west, rising from the east. Heaven's eye, brother to the moon. Sun King comes in peace, radiating UV bliss. Vibrations for your trip. Source of life, universal. Obey his ordinance. Nebula audience awaits his next